Mhm. Have you ever woke up from a dream and you're like disoriented and you feel kind of out of it and you're like, what the heck is going on? And you're like, where was I? What was I doing last night? And you just feel completely lost, like you woke up in a different world. Well, if I could think of a way to explain when you have an awakening, that would be it. Because you went to bed as this one version of you that's lived your whole life, knowing, believing, seeing, thinking all of these things. And then you wake up and you start to see things as they truly are, which can be terrifying at first. And I just wanted to come on here today and share that it can be very scary up front and feel very alone because you almost feel like you went crazy and you're like, who do I talk to about all this stuff? You start to see everything as it is, all of the corruption, all of the evil, I guess, in the world, all of the way things are actually being done behind the scenes. Basically, it's like you were living in the Truman Show and then you got out of the Truman Show and you're like, holy shit, now what? What is life? And then you realize, oh my God, all of these movies. Oh my goodness. What the heck is going on? All the religions. Oh my goodness. All the celebrities, all of the singers, all of the artists, all of everyone. There's all parts and pieces of this massive puzzle. And when you become awakened to it, things even down to the weather, and you think, no, there's no way. But then you start to really think about it and you start to use your own discernment, and things just kind of almost start to make sense. And I'm just curious, how many of you guys have been on your own spiritual awakening and have gone through this metamorphosis of change? And at first you felt so alone and so scared, and you're like, what am I going to do with my life? Who am I going to talk to? Are people going to think I'm nuts now? And you don't want to be the crazy conspiracy lady. But at the end of the day, who cares? Because people that are living a life in a lower vibration, a lower frequency, are going to project their judgments, their fears, their insecurities on you anyway. So once you understand that, it almost doesn't even matter anymore because you're like, well, it doesn't matter because they're going to do it anyway. Doesn't matter what I say, doesn't matter what I think. All of the things are out there. So I'm curious, what are some things that you have come across on your awakening that have really just blown your mind, have made you feel like, where the hell did I wake up? What the heck is going on? And for me, at first, it was literally all the celebrities, all the singers, all of the stuff. It's just all fake. It's all make believe. It's all out there to distract us. And then when you start thinking about things, and then you're like, huh, all these celebrities are promoting things all the time. Why? It's consumerism to keep you broke, to keep you stuck, to keep you wanting more, to keep you in this life of desire for things outside of yourself. You're not cool if you don't have all the cars, the houses, the clothes, the jewels, the look, you know? But the thing is that none of it really matters. And when you can detach yourself from that, again, I've said this a million times, life is so peaceful, you guys. It's so peaceful and free on the other side of watching everything outside of you. Even all the movies, all the TV shows, all the social media. I know I'm on social media right now, but I really love social media for the people that are sharing their journey, that are sharing valuable gifts, tools, resources, energy, ways to live, all of those things. I find so much value in that. So if you're somebody doing that, like, thank you and keep doing it because I appreciate it. And the more disconnected we get from ourselves, the easier it is to be distracted by everything going on. If I hear one more fucking thing about Diddy, I'm literally going to delete all my apps. I'm not even kidding. It is so obnoxious and so fake and so stupid, you guys, that You don't even realize. Like, none of this has to do with you. Frickin' think about 5 months ago when there was fires in Maui. Who's heard a lick of any of that shit? There's been nothing going on about it. It was a flash in the pan. It's done. Think about all the things that have happened this year collectively. I can't think of another year that has been more distracting and more like shiny red balls and more we gotta put all this stuff out there to throw people off left, right, and center than there has been this year. And what does that tell you? What does it tell you? It tells you there's a major shift happening. And once you reconnect to your soul, you figure out who you are. I'm not Kat. I'm not this body. I'm not this vessel. I'm not all the things that I do. I'm here having an experience. And when you get to that point in your journey where you understand the assignment, then things get a lot easier to see through and to understand and to embrace. And if you haven't seen the movie Uglies, literally, it will go watch it. And if you get it, you're my people. If you don't get it, you're not my people right now. But you'll get it eventually, hopefully. But there's things that are really happening. There's major shifts that are really happening. And people are talking about all these crazy things all the time that are going on. And like the days of darkness, I can't even think about how many times I've heard about this 10 days of darkness or there's 3 days of darkness and don't go outside and blah, 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 blah. And I've gone to my spiritual friends and I'm like, have you channeled anything on this? Like, what is this craziness about? You have to use discernment, guys. Even people in the spiritual realm, in the spiritual world, the spiritual teachers, Joe Dispenza, they're all serving a purpose. And you just get to decide what fits best with yours. And the way you can notice what is serving you and what you believe in and what is connecting to your soul is it feels good, it feels safe, it feels aligned, you feel supported. There's not any resistance to it. There's not any like guessing it. There's not any like this feels off, like a gut punch. So where are you guys at on your awakening journey? What's going on? What's the biggest thing that you felt has really stumped you, or you get sucked into these vortexes of like information and go down these rabbit holes? Because that happens at first too. And it's normal. It's normal to want all the information, but you have to think of how many years you've lived your life in a false reality, believing everything you were told, everything you were shown, everything, schooling, jobs, everything. It's all fake. So wherever you're at, share in the comments. I'd love to meet you. I'd love to know where you're tuning in from. I'd love to know where you're at on your journey. And I also would love some ideas on what specifically you guys want to talk about. And back to this days of darkness thing. I had this thought in the middle of the night, because I'm always up in the middle of the night, if you know, you know. What if the days of darkness just meant going through ego death, going through letting go of everything you know to be? What if that's what it meant? And people make such a broad statement mean something completely different. Like, it doesn't mean you can't go outside and you have to stay inside for 3 days and blah, 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 blah. Like, what if it all meant in your mind? Get out of your mind. Stop staying stuck in here in the darkness. And what if it meant to like reconnect? Get out in nature. Go be in peaceful situations, meditate, do all these things that people say to do all the time. There's a reason people are saying to do them because it works. It's so funny how in the human experience, we just complicate the shit out of everything. And we think we always have to be doing or earning our way to things. And it's so fucking false, you guys. That's not what you're here for. Yes, you're here to experience this journey, this life, and it's a cool opportunity, I guess. Some days I think what I signed up for. But the thing is that you get to make it your own. You get to experience it the way you want to. And if you are coming at it from a place of always wanting something outside of you to change in order for you to feel happy or for you to feel fulfilled, I'm here to tell you right now it doesn't work because that's what I've been doing my whole life. And when you stop searching for things outside of you to make you feel a certain way, whether it's happy, whether it's fulfilled, whether it's joyful, whether it's whatever, and I'm not saying you can't experience life here, but stop making it mean something. Stop making it mean that you'll be happy when. You'll be happy when you do all this. You'll be happy when you get to do all that. Be happy now. Because this moment's all you got. And once you realize that this moment that you're living in right now is the only one that you have, your entire perspective will change. Because when you realize that you're worried about tomorrow or the weekend or 2 weeks from now when you get paid again, all you're doing is putting that energy out to create scenarios that bring you more worry, more stress, more never enough time, more never enough money. And you're creating a day you haven't even lived yet. Does that make sense, you guys? Like, when you're thinking about things that aren't now, you're living in something that's never happened. Like, just think about that for a minute. If you're thinking about things that aren't right now, you're living something that hasn't ever happened in your life at all yet. And you're putting so much energy towards it for no reason. So this is your permission today to just stop doing that. Okay? Okay. So yeah, just use discernment when you are having this journey. Don't get sucked down rabbit holes. Get curious, but really trust your intuition. You already know the answers. You already know what feels right. You already have everything inside of you. And I know people say that all the time, and it's so annoying to hear, but it's true. You already do have all the answers inside of you. And you don't need other people to tell you what to do. You don't need other people to give you the ideas, to give you the thoughts, to give you the beliefs, to give you the way of doing all the things. Just go be and watch what happens. Thanks for tuning in. Another 30 days, 30 lives. No idea what day we're on, maybe 15. But if you want me to keep them coming, you want me to talk about more stuff,